Howdy, Connection Group leaders. Happy Thursday. Going to do this one a little bit different. I want to show you my office, and there's a reason for that. We're looking at Joshua 3 and 4 today in the Stones of Remembrance. If you've ever been in my office, you know that it's pretty busy, but there's a reason for all the busy stuff that's in my office. So, for instance, over here, I got some sand. That was from a beach in Mexico. That was the first family vacation that my family ever got to go on. Like Becca and I and my children. And my children were not babies when we did that, right? It took us some time to be able to do that. This is sand from outside my office at our church in Arizona, and just the stuff that God taught me out there. This is dirt that I brought home from Israel. Why don't I want to have some Israel dirt, right? These are Dr. Pepper cans from Israel. Also really, really cool. You keep moving around my office, though. I've got this vine down here. This is something we did as a staff. Just a great reminder for me, man, that whole John 15 thing. I am the vine, you are the branches. Without me, apart from me, you can do nothing, right? I keep a Christmas tree in my office. Actually, keep 2 Christmas trees in my office, because I really do believe that Christmas is worth celebrating 365 days. Christmas is about the fact that God is with us. And so Merry Christmas, y'all, every single day. Of course, I've got all my Rangers bobbleheads up here. That's a lot of fun. But I really do hang on to one of these silly little, fake championship rings that the Rangers gave out. It's a lot of fun. That one specifically is the Josh Sabor's one. You might laugh at me. It was super neat to get to see my team finally win a championship. I look at that ring and thank God. Does baseball matter a ton? No, it doesn't. But it's a sweet little reminder. It's the Lord, right? Keep moving around my office, though. We've got all sorts of course, fun Texas stuff and baseball stuff. Here's Reveille over here because I love Reveille. But right across from Reveille is a Razorback. I despise the University of Arkansas. Despise them. Despise the state of Arkansas, generally speaking. But I keep a Razorback in here because my family's all from Arkansas, and my family are big Razorback fans, and that really is just a good reminder to me, hey, remember where you came from, remember who loves you, remember to pray for your family too. That being said, Reveille gets to stand up, and the Razorback has to sit down, right? There's your college degrees. That's an easy remembrance, the stuff that God did for you. Here's my other Christmas tree. Right here over by my desk, a couple of really special things. See that little photo right there? Years ago, we took a mission trip to Colorado, and it was not great. Like, things did not go well. Our efforts at evangelism were not awesome, and it's just a really frustrating trip. And towards the end of it, I really thought, golly, we've just wasted our time. And then this little boy named Shane came up to me and said, Pastor TJ, I drew you something. And he drew this picture of me coaching this week, and he just went on to tell me that he decided to follow Jesus, and he really enjoyed the stuff they did. God, it just makes me cry still thinking about that. So I remember to pray for Shane right here. And remember that even when it doesn't feel like good things are happening, man, good things are happening. And then maybe the most important thing in my office, that's my prayer wall. Those are photos of my students, parents. If you've ever heard me talk about the prayer wall, I really do. It's every single day I look up here and see them. Why am I telling you all this? Joshua 3 and 4, God says, it's interesting, God tells his people very clearly, you will not have graven images of me. I do not want you worshiping things to remind you of me. However, he does say, I do want you to put up memorials to remember things that I've taught you. God knows that we need things to spark our memory because we so easily forget his faithfulness. And so he says, hey, Israelites, I want you to take stones out of the Jordan River. I'm going to dry it up so you can walk across dry land. By the way, these are all the children of the kids who did not get to walk across the Red Sea when it passed over. There were some adults who saw that, but by and large, that was 40 years ago. It was a fading memory. Most of the population of Israel did not see that miracle. So God showed them that miracle again with the Red Sea, with the Jordan River. Take the stones out of the Jordan River. Go plant them beside in a strategic fashion. And when your children ask, hey, what's up with those stones? You remind them of God's faithfulness. And I really think it's strategic and important for them to remember, hey, it's right here at the area where you would probably go to escape. Like if things are bad and you try to run away, there's those stones. I want you to remember God's faithfulness and God's goodness. And don't leave it at that. Don't forget to catch in the middle of chapter 4, while the ground is still dried up, they take the stones out of the river, but then Joshua erects an altar of sorts in the middle of the river. And you could, why? Like, we don't need to replace the rocks, do we? No, here's the thing. when the river's drying up, when life is really bad, when that river dries up, those stones would make an appearance. And that's another reminder of God's goodness and God's faithfulness. Guys, there are going to be times in our lives, and this week for me has been one of those, when it's just pretty crummy. And we need to be reminded that God is good. And having little reminders like my little picture of Shane over here, that God is good and God is working and God is using you for your glory. So do not give up on life. Do not give up on Him. Do not give up your faith. We need to be reminded of those things. So man, shout that from the rooftops. I hope when you come to teach this Sunday, you'll bring some stones of remembrance that you have in your life of God's goodness and faithfulness, and keep those things around you, because we need to remember. Love you guys. Can't wait to see you on Sunday. Bye.